Cassie, Diddy's former partner, reveals troubling details in a sex trafficking trial. In a surprising development, the glamorous image of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is being challenged in court as his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, testifies in a sex trafficking and racketeering case that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The singer, model, and actress, who once had a highly publicized relationship with Diddy, is now disclosing disturbing and deeply personal experiences from that time, leaving those in the courtroom stunned and prompting the public to reconsider the realities of celebrity life. Welcome to Celebrity Cookies, where the tea is always hot and the stories come with sprinkles of surprise. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment with your take on the story. On a significant Tuesday, Cassie's testimony stirred emotions in the courthouse. Once a rising star, she faced a jury and recounted how Diddy allegedly manipulated her both mentally and physically. Now in her 30s, Cassie shared that the abuse began when she was just 22, detailing how Diddy supposedly used his wealth, fame, and influence to coerce her into participating in troubling sexual activities, which she referred to as freak-offs. As the trial progresses, Cassie's statements paint a grim picture of her life during her relationship with Diddy. In her vivid and painful accounts, she described how Diddy's staff, including assistants and security, enforced his demands. She named trusted employees like Christina Koram and Neil Dominic, whom she claimed played significant roles in organizing the so-called freak-offs, while Diddy controlled every aspect of the encounters. What was once seen as a glamorous relationship has revealed a darker, more sinister truth that left Cassie feeling trapped. Everything from scheduling to his mood was dictated, Cassie said about her interactions with Koram, one of Diddy's assistants. I confided in her about many personal matters. What had once been a life of luxury and fame now felt like an emotional prison for Cassie. Her detailed testimony illustrates a woman under constant surveillance, manipulated and coerced into situations she despised but felt powerless to escape. Throughout the trial, Cassie has remained resolute in her account, naming individuals who allegedly took part in Diddy's operations. Rock, one of Diddy's security guards, was frequently mentioned, with Cassie claiming he would confiscate her belongings as punishment. I'd have my car taken away, be evicted from an apartment, or have jewelry seized. It was very random based on his mood, she recounted, describing Diddy's behavior as oscillating between unpredictable rage and controlling indifference. The environment she endured was not only abusive but isolating. Her personal items were taken, and any act of defiance was met with severe consequences. One of the most troubling elements of Cassie's testimony centers on the infamous freak-offs, events she claims were orchestrated by Diddy and involved several male escorts. Cassie expressed that she felt coerced into participating in these situations, where she and other women were sexually objectified by Diddy's associates. She tearfully shared that these freak-offs could endure for hours and often involved multiple men in one night. I hated it, she stated, conveying that she felt reduced to nothing more than an object for the men present. I was an object being heavily objectified by men. As the trial continues, prosecutors are seeking more information from Cassie about these encounters, including how they were organized and carried out. Cassie revealed that the escorts, primarily black men, were well compensated, with fees ranging from $1,500 to $6,000 per session. She noted that she was tasked with finding these men and mentioned Diddy's preference for black escorts. I was told to say that my husband was into voyeurism and wanted to see me with another man, she recalled. To set up these meetings, Cassie utilized various escort services, such as Craigslist, Backpage, and Cowboys for Angels, a company she claimed was frequently used nationwide. The emotional impact of these experiences was evident in her testimony. Cassie described how she would numb herself with drugs to cope with the trauma of the encounters, using substances like marijuana, ketamine, and GHB to escape the harsh reality of her situation. It was a way to not feel it for what it really was, she explained, detailing how these drugs helped her endure the physical and emotional pain of the freak-offs. Cassie's difficulties extended beyond the encounters themselves. She lived in a state of constant fear and intimidation. The threat of violence loomed large, especially when Diddy's anger was triggered. She recounted a particularly terrifying incident when Diddy, accompanied by his security team, left their home to confront rival music mogul Suge Knight. I cried and begged him not to do anything reckless, she said, reflecting on the fear that overshadowed her life during that period. Beyond the freak-offs, Cassie faced ongoing surveillance and control. She alleges that Diddy kept a significant collection of guns, cash, and videotapes stored in safes throughout his homes. She recalled an incident when Diddy's security guard informed him of Suge Knight's presence at a nearby diner. Given his long-standing feud with Knight, Diddy reportedly dressed in all black, armed himself, and left with his security team, despite Cassie's pleas for him to refrain from any reckless actions. This situation illustrated how Diddy's power and influence dictated her life, leaving her feeling trapped. As the prosecution continues to strengthen its case, focus has shifted to the racketeering claims, which allege that Diddy's network of employees and associates aided in facilitating and hiding his criminal activities. His trusted staff, including Coram, are reported to have played key roles in organizing the freak-offs and maintaining a system of control and coercion that kept Cassie trapped in an abusive situation. The prosecution intends to show that Diddy's exploitation of his employees to further his sexual exploitation scheme was part of a larger criminal operation marked by manipulation and abuse. Throughout the trial, Diddy's defense team has worked to undermine Cassie's testimony. They concede that he may have committed acts of domestic violence, but deny any involvement in sex trafficking or racketeering. Diddy's lawyers also claim that the government is unfairly targeting him due to his sexual preferences. As Cassie's testimony continues, it becomes clear that the defense will persist in challenging these serious accusations, attempting to depict Diddy as a victim. In court, Cassie shares detailed accounts of her life with Diddy, describing how he would lavish her with expensive gifts, cars, houses, and luxury vacations, only to take them away when she displeased him. It is clear that Diddy's manipulation extended beyond physical coercion. He used material possessions to control Cassie's actions, ensuring her compliance with his demands. As the trial progresses, Cassie Ventura's testimony has left a significant impression on those in attendance. Her bravery in recounting the traumatic experiences she endured serves as a stark reminder of the darker sides of fame and the exploitation that often lurks beneath the surface. While the trial is ongoing, the public is left to reflect on the extent of power and control one individual can wield over another, particularly in the glamorous yet frequently toxic world of celebrity. As more information comes to light, the allegations against Diddy are expected to evolve in ways that may surprise and disturb the public. Cassie Ventura has made it clear that she is no longer willing to remain silent about the abuse she suffered during her time with Diddy. Her story underscores the courage it takes to confront a high-profile figure and expose the hidden realities of an industry that often operates in secrecy. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on the story.